Good morning, grade 3 students. How are you? This is your teacher, Mrs. Mariam, and this is our new lesson, week 22, lecture 04. Our lesson is Nancy learns a lesson. What are the objectives in this lecture? We are going to identify a new genre, which is called folktale. We're going to apply a vocab strategy called antonyms. We will spell words with long I and long U, and we will identify the theme of the story. Now, where do I get these resources from? From the ISI English Booklet Unit 2, okay? It is called Mega Bundle Unit 2. This is our new English booklet. What pages? You can follow up with me on pages 5 till 15, okay? Means 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. What are the skills that will be covered in this lecture? First, we have phonics, long I, then long U. ISI Mega Pack, pages 13, 14, and 15. We have 3 pages. Second, we're going to do the lesson, read the lesson Anansi learns a lesson. It's from the reading writing workshop, page 102 till 107. And ISI Mega Pack, page 5. In the vocab, also we are going to learn 8 new vocabulary words, and we can refer to ISI Mega Pack pages 6, 7, and 10. And the genre of this lesson is folktale, and we're going to practice something about the genre in Mega Pack page 9. First of all, this is like a warm-up. Our second unit is all about figuring it out. How to figure something out. Let's read this poem. The Problem Solver. If you have a problem, supersized or small, I've got some suggestions. Just give me a call. Do a lot of reading, study every fact, write down some solutions, think before you act. If the problem is too hard, ask a friend or two. Teamwork's always better when there's work to do. Problems always pop up. Do not scream or cry. You'll find a solution if you only try. So now we are going to memorize this poem by heart together. Okay, so just make it as a daily routine to memorize this poem. We're going to sing it every time during our Zoom until we master it completely. Now, in the phonics, the long I and long U. These are the words that are with long I and long U. I have the word right. Right. IGH, make the long I sound in right. Mule. Mule. U and final E makes the sound U in mule. You can say mule or mule. Music. Music. Letter U can stand alone as in the word music. Fry. Fry. I. As you can see, the letter Y here at the end is pronounced as I. Bright. IGH. Bright. Cube. Cube. Long U. Tight. IGH. Tight. Tide. Tide. I and E, just like tie, pie. Okay, they make the long I sound. Cute. Long U. Grind, just like kind or behind. So the long I sound, the letter I alone makes the long I sound you hear in grind. Pie, as in tide as well, I and E. Sky. Sky. The letter Y at the end is making the long I sound. Child. Child. Letter I is making the long I sound. Drew. Drew here, E and W, they make the long U sound as in drew. Drew. And the last word is few, also the long U sound. So as you have noticed that the long U sound can be U or oo, as in drew and few. So long I and U can be spelled in different ways. Long I can be heard in the words bite, sky, pie, night, and kind. Long U can be heard in the words cute, music, pie, and few. Sorry, this one is wrong. Okay, so it can be heard in the words cute, music, we can say drew, and few. Okay, long U, drew, and few. What do these words mean? Well, mule is this animal. Okay, it's fast like a horse and a hard worker like a donkey. We call it a mule. It's really helpful. Second word, I have the word fry. To fry is to cook in a frying pan, for example. Okay, like this one we call it frying egg. Now, tight, when something is too tight, it means it sticks. It's so sticky to the skin, for example, like this. These are tights, or these leggings are tight. Tied, just like this boy is trying to tie his shoelaces, so we say tied. The D it's because this verb is in the past. Grind, to grind, just like this pepper machine. Okay, so she's using this wooden pepper machine to grind the pepper. So first the pepper, they were small seeds. Okay, but using this machine to grind them and turn them into powder like. Few is the opposite of many. Here's a picture of a pile of apples, and here's a picture of only few apples. Now we are not going to I'm not going to solve this question for you, but you can do it on page 13. You can do it by yourselves on page 13. Now this page also, I'm not going to solve it now. It is found on page 14. I want you to try to solve it by yourselves. Write the spelling word that matches each definition below. Which word means a young person? An animal that can pull a cart. The opposite of wrong. A sweet round food. Not many. You can choose from this word bank over here. As I said, you can find this page on your ISI booklet mega pack number 2, page 14. Now we will move on to a vocabulary section. This is section number 2. These are the vocab words. I have the word attempt, attempt. Second one is awkward, awkward. Cooperation, cooperation. Created, created. Furiously, furiously. Interfere, interfere. Involved, involved. Timid, timid. First, I have the word attempt. What does it mean? When you make an attempt to do something, you try to do it. This is an attempt. So when you attempted something, it means you give it a try. Okay, you say, I will try it. I will make an attempt. For example, Maria made an attempt to run, there's a hidden N, to run a mile. Maria made an attempt to run a mile. It means she wanted to try and run a mile. Ask, when have you made an attempt to do something new? Now this question I'm going to ask it during our Zoom sessions, and I'm waiting for your answers. When have you made an attempt to do something new? Second word in our list is the word awkward. Awkward. When a person is awkward, he or she is clumsy and not graceful. Okay, they are clumsy. For example, look at this penguin. Let's see the story of this penguin. The penguin looked awkward and clumsy. you can see that it really looks awkward and clumsy. Now, what do you have to prepare? What word in the example sentence means the same as awkward? This is an easy one. Here you have the word awkward. Which word in the same sentence gives you the meaning of the word awkward? Next, I have the word cooperation. Cooperation, this is the sentence number 3. As a definition, when there is a cooperation, people are working together. This is very important, to do something. Okay, so to cooperate means to work together. Sentence, I cleaned the floor faster with Becky's cooperation. So as you can see, the boy and the girl are cooperating to clean the floor. A question. Tell about a time when cooperation made a job easier. Tell me about a time when cooperation made a job easier. So the boy here is holding a dustpan. This one is called a dustpan, and she's holding a broom. And as you can see, they are trying to take the dirt and put it in the dustpan. By cooperating, they can do it perfectly.
Created. When something is created, it is made or built.
Furiously. When you act furiously, you act in a way that shows you are very angry.
Now I have the word interfere. Interfere. As a definition, when I interfere, I get in the way of something happening. Okay, just like disrupting something, interrupting something, sorry. Interfere. For example, the rain is going to interfere with our ball game. So someone is playing a game, and because of the rain, because the rain interfered or interrupted the game, maybe the game was cancelled. As a question, what kind of weather might interfere with your plans other than rain, of course? Now I have the word involved. Involved. When you let people get involved in an activity, you let them take part in it. So to be involved means to take part. To be involved means to take part. For example, our class is involved in the school play. Our class is involved in the school play means our class is taking a part in the school play. As a question, we can say, what activity are you involved in?
Timid. When a person is timid, he or she is shy and not brave.
So in this page, I'm not going to solve it with you. We are going to solve it together during our Zoom. But if you like to solve it now, it is on a page, I think 6. And but page 7 will be homework in the worksheet. Now, this is our lesson. We're going to start now with our lesson. Anansi learns a lesson.
Cooperation. Why is working together a good way to solve a problem? Tammy has a problem. The park in her town is not safe. The play equipment is old and there is trash on the ground. She is asking members of her town's council to help. Together, they make a plan. The first step is cleaning up the park. These kids want to help make the park nice again, too. The town council provided new safe play equipment. These children have a fun, safe place to play now because everyone worked together to solve a problem.
Genre folktale. Anansi learns a lesson. Now, what do you see in this picture? We can see this is a spider, actually, and this is a turtle. Okay, so these are the characters in this story. Apparently, these are animal characters. Keep this in mind, and they are in the forest. Now the spider is having a feast of bananas. Looks yummy, right? Now, while reading, we are going to focus on this question. Why is working together a good way to solve a problem? We're talking about cooperation. Working together can solve a problem. Anansi the spider lived alone and made his lunch the same time each day. One afternoon, Turtle stopped by. I hate to get in the way and interfere with your meal, but those bananas look wonderful, said Turtle. I am so hungry. Anansi knew he should share with others. It was a big part of his culture. But he was hungry and didn't want to share. He decided to play a trick on Turtle. Please help yourself, Anansi said with a sly grin. Okay, grin means a smile. Sly means tricky. You know, it's not an honest smile, it's a tricky smile. Let's continue. Turtle reached for the food. Shouldn't you wash your hands? Asked Anansi. The spider, okay? He stopped the turtle from taking a banana. Oh, yes, Turtle said. When Turtle returned, Anansi had eaten half of the bananas. I can see something fishy about Anansi, right? Because Turtle, he went to the pond and he washed his hands. But when he returned back, Anansi was not waiting for him. He already eaten half of the bananas. I didn't want the bananas to spoil. This was his excuse, said Anansi. Turtle got closer and made another attempt to eat. It means he made another try. Anansi stopped him again. Turtle, please go wash your hands, he said. But he already washed his hands. Why are you asking from him again? Let's find out. Turtle knew his hands were clean, but Anansi still thought they were filthy. Filthy means unclean or dirty. However, Turtle was too shy and timid to say no. So timid means shy, okay? It's in the same sentence. When he returned, Anansi had eaten the rest of the fruit. Ha ha! I tricked you, Turtle, said Anansi. You didn't get any bananas. That's rude from Anansi. Turtle was angry at Anansi. He decided to teach that nasty spider a lesson. Please come to my house at the bottom of the lake for dinner tomorrow, said Turtle. Anansi quickly said yes. He loved free food. Turtle couldn't trick Anansi alone, so he decided to ask Fish. This is Lady Fish. To get involved means to take part in this plan and help make a plan. Turtle found Fish at the lake. Fish, here I have dialogue as we said, okay? I need your help, he said. With your cooperation, we can trick Anansi, so they are planning to work together. Now, Anansi had tricked Fish many times, so Fish was happy to help. Together, the two friends created a clever plan. It means they come up with a clever plan. The next day, Anansi went to the lake. Here's Anansi, see? Angry all the time. Fish met him at the water's edge. Come, Anansi, said Fish. We will swim to Turtle's house together. Anansi jumped into the water. He was a clumsy and awkward swimmer. He was also very light. Light is the opposite of heavy. Okay, when something is light, what happens? Does it sink or float on the top of the water? Float is just like when you have a fish that is floating on water. This is, we call it float, floating. Okay, on the other hand, I have the word sink. When something sink, it means just like the rocks, they sink under the water. Okay, so what do you think here? Have you thought of the plan that fish and turtle have created? Think about it. How will I ever get down to Turtle's house? He cried. Fish knew what to say. Grab some heavy stones. These are the stones, okay? Then you will sink, not float. I've already explained to you, floating is to stay up, to sink is to go down, okay? Why would the Anansi float? Because it is light and not heavy. Anansi picked up 2 big stones, jumped into the lake, and sank down, down, down. Fish swam at his side. At Turtle's house, Anansi saw a wonderful feast of berries. Do you see? This is the feast of berries. Yummy. Welcome, Anansi, said Turtle. Drop those stones and help yourself. As soon as Anansi dropped the stones, he rocketed to the surface of the lake. Anansi sputtered furiously. Fish and turtle tricked me, he cried angrily. Back at the bottom of the lake, Turtle and Fish laughed and laughed. We worked together and taught Anansi a lesson, said Turtle. What a good way to solve a problem, said Fish. Let's eat. Now, in this slide, during our Zoom, we are going to solve it, okay? What is the theme of this story? Because it's a folk tale, folk tales usually have lessons or messages that they need to deliver by the end. So in the theme of the story is the author's message. What is the message from this story? And then we have to support our answer with 3 details. You can think about it. This is on page 5 from our English booklet. Also, the comprehension question, this is page 11. Okay, we have these questions. Why didn't Anansi want to share her food? On page 103. What trick did Anansi play on Turtle? Why did Turtle get angry of Anansi? What was Turtle's trick for Anansi? And who helped Turtle with her trick and why? These are the questions that we're also going to solve during our Zoom. Now we have other skills other than the main skills, which are the reading and the vocabulary and the phonics. The genre, as we said, is a folk tale. Now, what is a folk tale? It's a short story passed from one person to another, and it usually has a message or a lesson, as in the story we just read. Now we're going to talk about something called antonyms. What are antonyms? Sometimes you may not know what a word means. One way to find out is to identify a word's antonym or opposite. Just like I told you about the word float is the opposite of the word sink. Remember, is the opposite of the word sink. And the word light is the opposite of the word heavy. And there are many antonyms in this lesson. Maybe you can read again the lesson and find them all. During our Zoom, we are going also to solve this page 9. We will read the text and then solve these 2 questions. Also, we are going to solve page 10. This is about the antonyms that I was talking about. Okay, what is the antonym of these words in bold? You can try and solve them. Okay, And you have, there's no English quiz, so you have a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is the end of our lecture. Thanks for watching, and see you in our Zoom.